Welcome back to Words and Wine with Toby and Takani. Today we have Tkay Nthebe. TK is the author of Chelete Parcel. Let's change the script. Here's our local finance, not even local, international finance, global, yes. Yes, so hi TK, welcome to the show.
Thank you and thank you for having me on this amazing platform.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Oh, welcome. And this is not the first time we're having TK, is it?
We shall not speak about that.
Sure not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so today we're talking about a very interesting book by Mapaloma, who I think I've been following her religiously, especially this year, because I'm trying to get this finance thing going. Yeah, so you're not broke, you're pre-rich. How do you feel about the title, guys?
I love it.
Personally, I feel like it's a very empowering title, because a lot of people always say, I'm broke. So she's like, you're not broke, you are pre-rich. Obviously, for you to become pre-rich, you need to do the work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I love her to bits, man. But anyway, today also we'll be discussing TK's book.
Let's focus on Mapaloma.
Oh, no. You have, and you are going to speak something from your book, TK. There's
So
a lot to
TK's
celebrate.
book isn't out yet, guys. I kept asking TK, when is the book coming? He's been...
Before end of the year, yes.
When it comes out, please, you need TK's book. But in the meantime, you can follow him on YouTube.
All social media platforms, YouTube, podcasts, Insta, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn.
And he'll be talking about money, he'll make what am I doing with my money? Why am I being so nice?
Not really. I feel like I'm the kind of guy who makes you feel like, oh, okay, I should probably have a better relationship with your money. Not necessarily negative, but I need to do better with my money. So it's rather empowering than...
And I love, and I think that's one thing that's also in the book, that yes, we are trying to make money, we are trying to improve our finances, but you must also not forget to live.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You must still enjoy your money, you must reward yourself, you work hard.
Absolutely.
And the wine for today,
this is the Devon Vale Hills, Sauvignon Blanc.
Sauvignon.
Am I taking over the show?
Be yourself.
By all means.
So what I love about this wine, I actually went to the wine farm in April this year. It's absolutely beautiful. The wine estate is so beautiful in Cape Town.
Yeah.
So yes, I think you should also pair it with your white meat, your fish, your actually. Not my show.
We're actually planning a trip to go here, so
lovely.
We should.
Lovely.
So let's talk about money.
Yes.
What's your relationship with money?
So my relationship with money has been a mixed feeling, mixed emotions rather. So growing up, for me, I grew up in a family that's very business orientated, So there was always money around. Like, I want to go make a deposit at the bank, which I also speak about in the book. So I had access to money, but my relationship with money was really not positive at the time. And personally, it took my personal finances hitting rock bottom for me to realize that I needed to do better. So how this started is, it started with a blog post that I titled My 7 Biggest Financial Mistakes during my 20s.
Yeah.
So currently 34. So during my 20s, I was like, personal loan. I was working for a bank at the time. Personal loan, overdraft, temporary access. If you don't know what that is, it's bridging finance at 3 months, where a bank gives you an overdraft for 3 months. If you have to pay back in 3 months. So I had that. I had an overdraft. I had an access. I had no savings. I had no investments. I spent my pension money when I changed jobs from my first job to the second one. So I had a car loan, and the car that I still drive, my Peugeot 27, I could not afford it. I remember very well, the installment was 2.5 per month, and my net income at the time was 4.9. So you can imagine. I also did not mention the clothing account. So I had a very toxic relationship. Exactly. So that blog post was really a defining moment when I said, I studied financial management at varsity. I should know about overdrafts. I should know about the cost of debt. I should know about inflation, interest rates. why am I in this position?
Weird.
So, yeah.
So sorry, while you're still there, I read somewhere in this book, right, that you can actually negotiate your interest.
Absolutely.
I had no idea. Guys, how does that go?
Absolutely. So how it works is if you're depending on the type of loan you're applying for, either personal loan, overdraft, car loan, you can actually negotiate the interest rate. So firstly, just because you bank with one particular bank does not necessarily mean that you have to get your credit facilities from that particular bank. So you can go to bank A, bank B, bank C and ask for a quotation. Literally say, I want a car, what's the best rate you can give me? So ideally, when it comes to debt, you'd want to have your interest rate as low as possible.
Yeah.
So normally banks will just give you a rate depending on your credit score. They'll give you a rate depending on your segment, the type of loan you're applying, and the kind of customer you are, But yes, you are able to negotiate if you are a good person.
And I love that you were literally in a mess in your 20s, but you managed to bounce back from that. And I feel like for a lot of people, we don't want to talk about it because you feel like I'm in this hole and there's no way of getting out. Yeah. So let's talk about black tax.
I love this article on black tax.
Yes.
So here's my view of black tax.
Yes.
Okay. Firstly, I don't like the word black tax because black is for black people and tax it feels like somebody is taking money away from you. Okay. So a friend of mine, Painter Mine, who's a counseling psychologist, mentions that maybe sometimes reframing certain terms gives you a better acceptance of them.
Okay.
So black tax has a connotation now, it's negative. It's somebody is always calling you for money on payday. Somebody's always taking something away from you, So what we decided to do is to rename it gratitude.
Okay.
So as black people, we do come from a background where you need to uplift those that come after you, okay? But the reason black tax is so negative is the families, the dependents, the uncles, the relatives feel entitled to your money. Okay?
Yeah.
So you as the person who is on the receiving end, who's given the money, you have a responsibility to set financial boundaries, to say that I still want to support and help, but one, this is how much I can afford to help you with. Number two, you also need to teach those people how to manage their money, okay? So that they also don't depend on you. Number three, you give them ideas to say that how can you also use the money I'm giving you to grow it independently without asking me for that. So for me, my thing when it comes to black tax, I call it gratitude. I do help, I do have boundaries, and I do communicate the boundaries.
Like this is what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I love that. The thing, I love that you're talking mistakes between 20. I want to say stretch it to 35. Because this is the stage where we are attending events, showing up, there's a lot going on.
You must show up, you must be dressed up.
Listen, and there's something that you posted about, actually. Listen, and he does that so well, religiously so. So, and then you did like a post about after you quit your job and, the whole transition into, and still having to, keep appearances, which is something she also speaks of, that the one thing that will get you broke is having this persona or trying to put a front that you have man, either in clothing or otherwise. You know what I'm saying? How was that transition for you?
So leaving my corporate job in 2021 it was exciting, but it was also very scary.
Kudos for that brave movement. Honestly.
I'm not so sure it's a brave move, but hey, okay. It is what it is. So leaving my corporate job was exciting, but it was also very scary. Scary in the sense that you move from the stability of a monthly income. I know.
Certainty.
I know I'll be doing this every month. My phone, and I'm good. I've got debit orders. I've got a lifestyle to maintain. And for me, number one, when we speak about the lifestyle, there's a certain lifestyle that a position in corporate gives you to say that and you show up as that person. Again, now suddenly you transition to running and building your own business, and then you realize that, I'm very lonely in this journey. All the positions, all the perks, all the benefits that I got from that position no longer there. I remember very vividly, there was an event in July 2022 that I was not invited to, and I was streaming it on people's WhatsApp statuses, and I was broken because I was like, a whole me not invited. So sometimes, exactly. So sometimes you spend money, a lot of money, trying to show up, trying to impress people, trying to
still be Tuki.
So, but then I had to really find out now who is Tuki. So who's Tuki? So without that title, who's Tuki? So with this title, who is Tuki? So the money guy, people see me as the finance bachelor and they think I have tons and tons of money. I'm like, no, I don't have all that money. I do have money, but there's tons and tons of money.
I do love money.
Yeah.
I knew we were talking about living code because I also left my job at the end of 2021. And apart from the money struggles and everything, I also really missed the environment, like having people around.
Yeah. We have 5 minutes left.
Right. Before we close off, let's talk Mojolo tax.
Ooh, so I got a lot of backlash, particularly from guys regarding Mojolo tax. I'll call it Mojolo tax. I love that. Copyright that, actually.
I shall.
So Mojolo tax is, a lot of people feel like it's negative to talk about finances in a relationship. In fact, finances in any relationship, but specifically Mojolo. So Mojolo tax is basically sitting down with your partner and saying, how much do you have? What kind of loans do you have? What kind of savings do you have? What are your financial goals? Again, so a lot of people don't talk about that because they're uncomfortable about it, you know. But relationships where money is a topic that is discussed are healthier because then we avoid things like STDs. And when I speak about STDs, I'm not talking about the STDs. I'm talking about sexually transmitted debt. You know what I mean? So I see a lot of people going into relationships and because of their sexual relationship, they end up taking debt on behalf of the partner. There's a lady that took a loan, and after the Mzozo, you know, the guy left. The guy left. The guy left. And now she's paying this loan, and she doesn't even have the relationship anymore.
So she didn't even know about the loan at that.
She took the loan because the guy said, baby, business easy, you know. Now after the guy got the money, he left. And I'm not bashing guys because girls also do it to men as well. Yeah. So Mojolo is really just about having healthy money relationships. Just like you talk about everything in the relationship, let money be a thing. And just to close off that point, have money dates. Just like you go out on a date, have a money date where you sit down with your significant other and you say, what are our spending habits? What about money is important for you? What do we want to achieve in terms of our finances in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? If we want to get married, what kind of wedding do we want to have? How much do we want to spend on that particular wedding? You know? Are we getting married in community of property or out of community of property? And what are the pros and cons of each? Yeah.
That is all, guys. I wish we had more time. But yes, please read the book. You're not broke, you're privileged. You can find it exclusive books.
Exclusive books take a lot.
Take a lot.
Yeah.
And also sell it.
Because also has it. And our girl Mapalo also.
And of course, you got Mapalo. She's great. You can also follow Mapalo on womenandfinance.com. That's her website. She has lots of insights and helpful tips, and that's free. You can also follow the Finance Bachelor-Tkay Nthebe, Escapes with TK. Like, just get your money right, guys.
Get your money right.
And stop taking out loans for people. Like, stop. If you think you're doing too little for men, do even less. Okay. TK's book is also coming out before the end of the year. We will update on this video, and he'll update on all his channels on where you can get the book.
Absolutely.
And congratulations on writing it.
Guys, the imposter syndrome was real. The imposter syndrome. Please write. I now have hacks to write the book.
That's what
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for
Share,
watching.
comment, subscribe.
Till next time. Oh, here we go.
No, guys, and you know, I remember this girl from the Tinder swindler, and she owned did she own 9 different banks?
She did.
Yeah.
Credit card debt.
Like
Crazy.
That guy swiped her clean.
But
also, isn't it weird? Isn't it like a red flag after a 4th transaction?
No, but it is a red flag. Honestly. But people don't think the red flag is there because you keep convincing yourself that no, he'll pay me back.
They be looking like a carnival. It's like,
so it's really sad because that lady, Hakim Shawanachanana, like literally, she had a loan, Like a huge ass loan, guys. Like yo,
He had a lot.
nigga left.
People are so.
But you know, we also
People are heartless,
forget that money is tied to emotions.
It is.
I think the fact that she was so lonely, like she did all that because here was someone, she finally had someone.
Yeah.
And you know, people in the West can be really lonely because when yes, you are alone, but you have friends, you have family. You know, there's a tight community. So for them, when you're really lonely, you're lonely.
And that's where they capitalize.
Yeah.
Like, okay, and they people actually study you.
And funny thing, they actually like take you from your family or your environment, you know, such that there's no advice.
There's no
kind of like trying to like pull you out of that.
Guys, now we're delving into financial abuse.
God, that's terrible.
For what?
We need to talk financial abuse.
Woo! The podcast we did with her. Yo, guys.
Because that has
It does. That's actually a very important topic. And I actually want you guys to
and it's actually happening a lot.
It's happening in my series. It's happening in Lesotho.
But like I can name, well, I'm not going to name names, but I can name names.
No, I think everyone sitting here can actually think of a relationship.
Yeah, like,
I have seen it.
yeah.
I've experienced it. Not bad, but
Yeah.
I've experienced it in I was like, yo.
It's happening. But it's
Like
also,
more wine.
it's not so easy because now you're trying to step out of it, but remember that's this persona you've like put up front, this lifestyle you've accustomed yourself to, and you're thinking, should I
And
let
you
that
become Mrs.
go?
Mama. And we have to admit that being Mrs. Mama gives you social capital.
Listen, it
It
does.
gives you
What
a
are you
lot of
saying?
capital.
Like you step in and then everybody knows your name.
Yeah.